Okay, we started Tales of Mythology series, right?
Yeah.
So, which character you are going to?
Explore.
Yes.
How about Bheeshma?
Yeah, we did Bhima. Now we are going to Bhishma.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it then.
Yeah. So, do you know Bheeshma's original name?
Okay, I don't know, but Bhishma is not his original name?
No, Bheeshma is not his original name. Bheeshma is like a description, what he signifies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. His original name is Devavrata.
Wow, okay.
So how he become Bheeshma is like you need to say a little of a backstory. But that backstory is like it's like this. He take a uncompromised oath and to his stepmother.
Okay.
And the stepmother asked him not to produce of his own children.
Okay.
So that her children will be the successors of the empire. That was one of the conditions that she put in front of Devavrata to marry his father, Shantanu.
Okay.
So this is like a pre-marriage agreement.
Okay.
Because of this agreement, he took an uncompromisable oath. So that made him Bheeshma. Bheeshma means uncompromisable oath. And then people, this word spread to across the empire, and then people been calling him like a Bheeshma because he took that kind of a oath. Yeah, for his dad. So he loved his dad, so that's why he took that kind of a oath.
Okay, but he could have married and he still holds the oath, right? Like he may produce our children, but he still follows like his children may not be the kingdoms or like kings or something like that, right?
Yeah, that is true, but stepmother is Satyavati. Satyavati asked Bheeshma, like in the agreement, pre-marriage agreement, it's like he should not produce, he must not produce of his own children. Let's say that the Devavrata is also having some kind of a marriage and start producing his children. Though he is telling to his children that you are not the successor, this and that. But then once the Bheeshma is gone, the children won't listen to him, right? The children will fight for the kingdom or the empire. So that's why Satyavati intelligently put this kind of a thing. He should follow celibacy also. So by following celibacy, he cannot able to produce a children. That's impossible to do it.
Yeah.
So this is like all the things, all the details are in this pre-marriage agreement. And then if he agrees only, then she marries to his dad. Otherwise, she won't.
Wow.
It is like a king is become lunatic about her beauty, this and that. So and Devavrata is having a lot of love towards his father, and that's why he himself went to Satyavati. That time she was called Matsyagandhi because she's like a fisherwoman. And then she was asking all this kind of stuff, and then Matsyagandhi put all this pre-marriage agreement, this and that, because he's the only son of Shantanu. So he's the only successor. So according to her agreement, the Devavrata should not have any kind of his own successors, so that her children will be the successors.
Okay.
So that is the backstory. There are a lot of details in that story, but then this is kind of this information is serves a kind of a background to our character Bheeshma.
Okay, then another interesting question is that why did he fight on the side of Duryodhana? Because I think because why he fought on the side of Duryodhana? My actual question is that I know Bhishma is a very Dharmatma. He follows the rule.
Yeah, it's like one of the most righteous persons in Mahabharata and Mahabharata series.
Yes, but he also seemed like many things what Duryodhana did. Like he, like in his thought process at least,
Yeah,
according to me,
yeah.
Duryodhana is a bad person.
Yeah, I mean, no, there is no bad, good person in Mahabharata. That's why we started this series to say the characters
Okay.
one by one. What is the character, how they behave, like a character analysis. There is no good and bad in entire series. Okay, Duryodhana did some kind of things that Bhishma usually don't like if he follows the ritualness. That was your question, right?
Yes.
That is the answer would be like he is according to his oath. Whoever there in that throne as an emperor, he has to follow the emperor's orders. He doesn't have his own opinions. He doesn't have his own interest to influence the emperor's orders. This is one of the rules that Satyavati put him to. So that's why, because of that, though he don't like the things, because the things from Duryodhana is not comes under righteousness at some times. Those times also, he cannot able to do anything. That is because of he took this kind of a oath. So he has to follow the emperor's orders, like a knife. The dagger doesn't have any opinion, right, by itself. So he's like a knife at the hands of emperor, a sharp blade, like that. So that's why he's basically doesn't vocal about his opinions or the interests at the times. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think Bhishma is also present in that Sabha where Draupadi was humiliated.
Exactly. Yeah. This is the same thing. So that's why. So whoever is there at that kind of hard times, like insulting times of Draupadi, they will have a horrible death. And Bhishma didn't do anything. That's why he also got the horrible death. Horrible death means like he doesn't have a peaceful death. He died at the middle of the war on an archery build stuff, right?
Yeah.
So that is kind of a horrible death. Yeah. So this is one of the reasons. But that is fine to Bhishma. Bhishma character is like he follows his oath and he follows the righteousness. And by following his oath means that he is following the righteousness. The following oath means what? Not to opinionated about your opinions. If you are taking your opinions and if you are going by your own interest, that means that you are breaking the oath that you took. So that means thereby you are not following your own righteousness. Yeah. Yeah. So whatever Bhishma did, though he was silenced, that silence can be considered as a some kind of a bad stuff, or maybe not righteous. But that is seems so. But according to him, it's definitely righteousness because he followed his own oath. Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay. So he never deviated from his oath.
He never deviated from his oath. One of the beautiful example is that when the war is happening, he is the first commander from Duryodhana's side. Okay, because Duryodhana knows the capabilities and all the valor and also weaponry, all these kind of skills Bhishma has. He knows the stuff Duryodhana knows, and then that's why he made him a first commander.
Yeah.
And then he thought that with Bhishma bring him to the victory. Because Bhishma alone himself is enough. The entire Pandavas, entire army of Pandavas. So that was the norm. That was the what is there in the times. Based on the Bhishma's capabilities. And everybody knows about it. There is no doubt about it. And that's why he was ferociously doing the war. Though he has some soft corner on Pandavas, because Pandavas also got from exile 14 years, this and that. They passed through a lot of struggles and everybody who has some kind of virtuous mind, they have a soft corner on Pandavas than the Kauravas. Though it's like a politics between the two half brothers, okay, but still it's like that. Though he had a soft corner, but he was doing the war ferociously. That's because of he is bound to the emperor's orders. What is the orders of emperor is Duryodhana orders.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's why he was doing super ferocious stuff there. That is very much irritated to Sri Krishna. So that is the time that Sri Krishna came to the battlefield with his chakra and tried to target Bheeshma, and then Arjuna was stalking him like anything, because Sri Krishna gave a promise to Duryodhana that he will not be taking any weapon. Because that's also another backstory, because Duryodhana asked Krishna's help. The Krishna give help to Pandavas, but Krishna told a promise to Duryodhana that he will not take any weaponry. But because of this Bhishma's irritation, ferociousness, and then Krishna got little irritated and he took his chakra and trying to target Bhishma. But then Arjuna stopped. But Bhishma was inviting that situation, and Bhishma thinks that Arjuna is Sri Krishna is an incarnation of God. So if he killed by God, he will directly go to heaven. That's what he was thinking, and that's why he was inviting that. Yeah. Okay. This is what happens. I mean, this is one of the examples that Bhishma exactly follows his own oath. Yeah. Otherwise, we would say that there is no other equivalent warrior in the entire Mahabharata to Bhishma. Bhishma is the only warrior, and he can able to bring victory. He can decide the victory by his own capabilities.
Single-handedly.
And he is the best warrior in the entire Mahabharata. There is no equivalent to that one. So everybody knows this one. Yeah. So this is the thing, and
so his oath gave him the name.
Yeah.
So, okay, and also he had a horrible death, right?
Yes, he has a horrible death.
You can't say horrible, but he was there on the bed made of arrows.
Yeah, he's having
for a few days.
Yeah, he's having horrible death. I can tell you little details about why it is horrible. So he has this boon also from his mother.
Yeah.
The mother is Ganga. So the boon is like whenever he wishes, he can leave the body. That is the wish. So that means that he can die whenever he wants.
Okay.
So whenever he wishes. Okay. And then that is the what is happening in the war. He is super ferocious.
Yeah.
And then somebody has to take him down. Otherwise, there will be no Pandavas, there will be no army the next day. So he's that kind of a ferocious warrior. And because of the Krishna tricks, somebody put him like a transgender in front of Arjuna, so that Arjuna can be able to target the bow arrows at the weapon to Bhishma in front of the transgender, and everybody knows Bhishma follows
rules.
Yes, the principles of war, rules of war. Okay, and then one of the rules is that you cannot target on children, on women, and transgenders. Transgenders is a mixture of male and female. So by targeting transgenders, you are targeting female side of transgender, right?
Yes.
So that's basically you should target males who are having weapons, who are holding the weapons. This is the rule in the war. Otherwise, you shouldn't target. And he followed that rule very strictly, and then Arjuna able to take him down.
Yeah.
And he able to put a lot of arrows on his body. And then all these arrows cannot be taken back because the blood of Bheeshma touches to the ground, and then the whole area will become desert.
Oh,
That is another thing.
Oh.
So that's why the arrows, whatever the arrows Arjuna put in his body, like a targeting, they cannot be taken back. So, of course, I mean, if some arrows on your body and it gives a lot of pain, right?
Yep.
And he want to leave his body at certain time of the year. That's in Narayana Muhurta, something like that. That's
he waited.
January, February months.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's waiting for that moment.
Yeah.
Okay, and then waiting for the moment with a lot of pain.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, we divide it like two halves. One is Dakshinayana and the other is like Uttarayana.
Okay.
So the Uttarayana is the
favorite months of Narayana?
No, not like that. The Uttarayana is for like that is a good time.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want to do some rituous things, that's a good thing. Like it starts just after the famous festival Pongal.
Okay, like January, February.
Yes.
Yeah. So he was waiting for that Uttarayana time. Okay.
Yes.
And then with a lot of arrows on his body.
Yeah.
That means the arrows giving the pains, and he has to wait for that one. So that's basically horrible death, right?
Yes.
I mean, he's having horrible pains in the form of death. And then, he cannot leave the body, and he cannot he cannot take the arrows back also. So that's why it's kind of horrible death. And then Arjuna built a kind of a bed, with a feathery kind of a bed, with arrows. Because he cannot leave the battlefield also. Yeah. If he dies battlefield, he go to heaven. If he dies in palace, he doesn't go to heaven as a warrior. So he is in a situation that he cannot leave the battlefield, and he cannot die. He cannot die at the time because he has to wait for Uttarayana. Other thing is that his blood shouldn't touch the earth. So that means that arrow should be there with him in his body. So all these three things mixed up, and then he's waiting for the moment with a lot of pain. Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
So this is the death of Bheeshma. In our favorite lines, I mean listening lines. I read Mahabharata, I listened it, I watched Mahabharata many times. But all of Mahabharata, I cannot find any person who is equal to Bheeshma in the form of rituousness. Yeah, I would say that.
Great.
He's one of the guy. Yeah, that's about Bheeshma. So we can cut it off here.
Sure.